name is Thomas LEDFORD. I'm here to share in this video how to start your own tax preparation business through my mentorship and coaching program. And I developed a digital ebook on how to start your own tax preparation business for yourself. And so this here's the workflow that I take my clients through who are looking to get started. And so in this video, we're going to cover the ebook table content workflow that I take my clients through when it comes to starting their own tax preparation business. You know, when it comes to starting your own tax preparation business, it's going to be one or two types of people. People who are already working in the industry for different tax firms, who prepare individual income taxes already, who are looking to now take their income and their sales to a whole other level by starting their own tax service, and people who are looking for a career in the tax preparation industry who've always been interested in learning how to do taxes and who now are ready to embark on that journey for themselves. My mentorship and coaching program is designed for both people in mind, because it came about from teaching a basic income tax course for my clients in my local area, where this program developed from, and it blossomed into a program that was designed to service two types of people with experience and people with none. And so that's the unique concept that I offer to the marketplace, and a solution to people looking to start their own tax preparation business. You can leverage my 19 years of experience, 13 as a business owner, to help fast track your success in getting started, or you can figure this stuff out all on your own and make all the mistakes and some that people make by starting their own business that's new in the first place. No matter what you do that's new, there's going to be a learning curve in it. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to learn as you go. But in this industry that we're in, it's a sensitive industry, and there's so many different types of mistakes you can't afford to make and learn as you go. And so the way you fast track your success is you want to connect with someone who's been there and done that, who's been where you want to go already. And I'm the one who's been where you are want to go. I've been in this industry 19 years, 13 as a business owner. I've generated over $3 million in my career and counting by being in this industry, being skillful, knowledgeable, and passionate about what I do, and having my customers' best interests at heart first, and bringing a solution to the marketplace with helping individual taxpayers be able to get their tax preparation needs handled. And so if you're looking to get started, if you're looking to start your own tax preparation business, this video is going to talk about how I walk my clients through that workflow on getting them started. And so we're finna dive right on in on how I'll help my clients start their own tax preparation business. But before I do that, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Hit the bell for notification, so every time I upload a video go live, you'll be notified as I continue to be on my awesome journey inside the world of tax preparation. So this book, e-guide that I developed, is the workflow I take my clients through, and the tax preparation guide to a successful tax business is what I offer. And so this book / ebook was $27. It just went up to $47 July the 1st. And the bonuses that come with it is priceless in itself. And I'm going to mention just one of the bonuses that's worth the price of buying this book alone before this video is over with. And so in the table of content, we had a little introduction that I talked about some things in. And then after the introduction, we went into module 1, business setup, including EFIN. When it comes to the business setup, we sit down, you know what I'm saying, either face-to-face or virtually, meaning we on a video chat or a Zoom call or a telephone call, or a combination of all the above, and we talk about what type of business structure you want to start with. Do you want to go to the simplest form of business structure, which is sole proprietorship, or do you want to incorporate right away? The choice is yours. Incorporation costs additional fee, because that money goes to the state, doesn't go to me. And whatever business name you might already have in mind to use. And then on top of that, we talk about the EFIN. But the first step is we want to put together your business credentials first. We want to have your EIN number and business name already set up, your business formation already set up first. That way, when we go and put in your application for electronic e-file provider, you will have that business credentials already set and ready to go that we can place on your application at the time we're putting in for that. And so that's the module 1 workflow when it comes to walking my clients through what it's going to take to start their own tax business, based on where they at, either brand new to the industry or having some type of experience working for a tax firm. It doesn't matter. The workflow, the process is still the same. It's universal. It's evergreen. And that's the most important part of the process. Setting up the business, having an EFIN number active and ready to go is the foundation piece. Without having that, you don't have a business to even start with. And so that's why business setup, including EFIN, is the most crucial part of the process that we talk about, and that's why it's mentioned first. I could have put it down to 3 or 2 or 5, but it doesn't make no sense when without this here process being implemented first, you don't have a business to even talk about. And so once we have gotten that out the way, and we got your credentials set up, we got you set up with the IRS, because now they got it where you got to have a secure account in order to be able to put in an EFIN application in the first place. And that's going to be an issue and a challenge for some people who might not have financial documents that's on the list of things they need to have in order to create a secure account. And what I'm going to try to do sometime before this year's out is reach out to them to find out, is it an alternative method in order to be able to obtain a secure account online for people who want to put in an application as an electronic e-file provider. And then once I get that information, I'll make that available through my videos and to all my potential clients who are looking to start their own tax service. And then the next module is tax software and third-party banking role. Tax software, you guys had an EFIN first in order to even purchase professional software and work with third-party banks. This is the legit process to having a tax service. It's having professional software and working with a third-party bank that's going to collect your fees on your behalf and forward your clients their refund based on the method they chose. They either chose direct deposit, prepaid card, or a check. Those are the 3 methods that you normally get as a client on how you get your refund. And so that's the next, and so that module, you can't even go to this module and get started until you've completed and successfully have your business credential set up and have your EFIN number given to you and made active. And then we go on to module 2. And then, like I say, the software, working with me, you had the opportunity where you got someone going to guide you through a simple process to get your business set up on the front end as well as the back end. And I'm going to ask you how much money you got to spend on software. So based on what your budget looks like, I'm going to be able to show you certain software that can meet your budget needs. And if you were like me when I first got started where I had no money, then, I got you covered no matter where you're at as far as your budget and obtaining software and working with third-party banks. So that's what the solution I bring to you is, that you get all your answers and questions and situations handled through one person, where you ain't got to go to no Facebook groups and forums and ask all these wonderful mundane questions that you still have to go out here and do your own due diligence on. You still got to go out here and do your own research on about it, and still have to make a decision on what you're going to do once you've been given so much information in the first place. So to fast track your success to get it started, it makes logical sense to connect with someone who has a program already in place that can take you through the process of getting started and set up really fast, really simple, and giving you some insight and some knowledge and some resources and some tools and some platforms that's going to allow you to get all in, fast track your success, be all you can be in this industry if you see it's about making a change and making an impact inside of your own life by helping people make an impact inside of their lives in the process. And so that's what this process is all about. It's helping you to get started real fast, helping you to fast track your success to get it started, helping you to not have to figure out all these different things, because I've been there and done that for you. I've made all the different type of mistakes you can make, probably, and some for you. And I'm here to guide you through the roadmap to success, where you don't have to fall into all these landmines and blow yourself up and your career is over with before you got started. Because, like I said again, inside of this tax preparation industry, the wrong mistake can be your last mistake, and it may not be nothing intentional, but just for the simple fact you don't know what you don't know, or you don't know can hurt you. And ignorance is no defense against making mistakes, because the IRS is going to come to you and tell you, you should have known, you should have known, you should have known. That's their go-to catchphrase when it comes to coming out, visiting you, and having you have situations going on inside your business. Is that as a so-called tax professional, you should have known these things, and it's your responsibility to have known them before you even got started. And that's their outlook on it. That's their attitude about it. And if you run to the wrong IRS agent, you can be put out of business before you get started. And so to avoid all that, I have clients who I'm able to obtain through my video marketing strategy of YouTube. My YouTube channel allowed me to bring in a couple of clients, sell a couple of ebooks, and that's going to get better and better as I take the information I'm learning from my mentoring coach and implement it inside my business to get better, because that's what the process demands. The process I'm going through demands that I'll be able to level up and take my business to a whole nother level. You know, with technology and everything going on now, I'm able to streamline my success to the point where now I don't have to spend so many hours inside my business like I used to with the brick and mortar concept. You know, first getting started, spending 160 hours a week inside the office trying to generate income and all those things was a good thing for me because, like I said, I'm passionate about what I do. I enjoy what I do. And so having my own business wasn't a job to me. It was enjoyable. It was something I was able to do to help people and still make a great living in the process. So I enjoyed that. You know what I'm saying? But you must have that type of passion and knowledge and skills and insight and mindset for yourself, because things gonna happen in life that's gonna throw you off your course, and you don't want nothing to throw you off your path to having your own business up and running. You don't want to throw you off your path to stagnate your business growth by not being able to build your business in the way you like it to grow. And so the next module talks about office supplies, equipment, and furniture. And that's going to be based on where you're at in your journey. Me, I started from home. And so I already had a computer desk. I already had a computer chip. I already had a printer. You know what I'm saying? I already had paper. You know what I'm saying? So I had the basic essentials to getting started. All I had to do was acquire software and a third-party bank to work with and to start to make money. And so my results are not typical. In my first season, I made $40,000 in 3 months from the basement of my home living with my grandmother. But the average person who's going to get started won't make a dime close to that. And so with me living in a big city, Chicago, Illinois, Midwest, I simply had my credentials and business already set up at the time. I was working for a nationally known tax firm at the time, and I was still working on building my skills and my clientele and my confidence and my knowledge up. And then things showed up to a certain point where situations happened with the firm I was working with that I had to make some choices. And so the choice I had to make was it was time for me to start to promote and to operate my own tax service that I already had ready to go in the first place. And so I was able to generate the $40,000 in 3 months. That was my 6th year working for that firm. And the following year, I started my own tax firm. Well, I already had it started, but I got me a commercial location, and I've been in this industry ever since with no looking back, because I always had a desire to be my own boss, have my own business. But at the time, I didn't know what it was, and it come to fruition that it would be a tax preparation service for me. And over time, since being in business, I have shifted my direction. But I specialize in helping new people who already work for a tax firm, who already got skills to start their own tax service. I specialize in that. That's what I do. And also, I help people who want to make a career in this industry who might not have no skills at all to get started in the same way, with the same workflow, with the same process. It's universal. No matter if you got skills or not, this process is universal. And then in module 4, we talked about, and then in module 3, if you're working at a commercial location, which I had the following year, then I had to have desks, more desks for clients to sit, chairs, and other types of furniture inside the office space, because I had a commercial location at that point. You know, so based on where you're at, home or a retail location is going to dictate what type of office equipment and furniture you're going to need. And then module 4, we talked about payroll, bookkeeping, and outsourcing options. And so based on your skills and where you're at in your journey, you might be familiar with bookkeeping. You might have enough bookkeeping knowledge to do your own books. And so that's a bonus for you. You don't have to pay nobody for that. But if you don't, then you might want to take a look at that. Because see, payroll and bookkeeping go hand in hand. You know, all payroll software, for the most part, especially the good ones, have a payroll option with it. And so if you got somebody doing your books already, you know, like for us, we have people who do bookkeeping services who you can get them to do your payroll probably for an extra fee or even free based on what type of volume you already have, what type of arrangements you already had, what type of negotiations you already had with that person concerning doing your books. And then I use ADP Payroll Solutions when I first got started to keep my payroll for me and my employees getting started, because that was something I wasn't familiar with. That was something I wasn't able to take on anyway, because I was preparing taxes. I was on the front line every day. I was spending 10 to 12 hours actually preparing taxes, sitting at the desk. So trying to run the behind the scenes work, I wasn't able to do all that. But I had enough understanding to know I needed to hire someone to help me with that. So I hired me an administrative assistant getting started, who took care of all the behind the scenes work for the forms and the paperwork and the insurance and all the other things that I couldn't do and wasn't able to do and wasn't familiar with even doing. I had an assistant to take care of that. And so that was real helpful getting started. And then when it came to business insurance, we had insurance, because when you got a commercial location, you got to have insurance. And the only way you're going to get insurance that's going to cover you is you got to have an alarm system inside the premises. If you don't have an alarm system inside the premises, they won't cover your insurance just in case you have a theft or burglary, because you had no other methods of trying to keep your place safe. And so that's part of the understanding that you must have an alarm system in order for this insurance premium contract to be valid. And so we understand it. So that's what we did. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to the different tools and resources available, those things have definitely changed since I first got started, to the point now where I've taken my business online, and now I'm able to work less hours, make just as much as money, if not more, and spend less time to do it, which gives me a chance to do more traveling, spend more time with family and friends, and get on some other projects that I'm passionate about when it comes to helping other people to live a better way of life. And so the next module will be 6, compliance training and additional income streams. And in this module here, we talk about the compliance training is 2 significant areas. With the third-party bank enrollment, they have a compliance training that's mandatory for all tax preparers who preparing tax returns. So everybody who works in the office preparing tax returns must go through the compliance trainings every year. So that's one of the compliance training concepts that we talk about in this section. And then the due diligence requirements. I have my clients go to the IRS.gov website, go through that due diligence compliance training, and get a certificate for that to show you as well as your clients in the IRS that you know what you know when it comes to studying and training and having this information about basic tax laws and rules and regulations under your belt in the right way. And then when it comes to additional streams of income, we give them options to be able to generate different streams of income outside of tax preparation fees. You know, like audit protection. Some of the third-party software they might, or bank situations might offer audit protection. We don't sign up for those programs because the only person benefit from those programs are the people who sell them. So basically, we could provide our own audit protection for our clients, and we charge a fee for that, where we can make the money directly in our pockets, and we're able to provide the service hands-on, opposed to using a third-party vendor for audit protection services. Then also talking about providing another stream of income when it comes to helping people who may qualify for the often compromised settlement option with the IRS. The IRS has one way to settle your money, and it's called an often compromise, but there's requirements to that. And so once a client meets the requirements for that, we can walk them through filling out the paperwork and getting all the additional paperwork and things they need gathered together to submit for the offer compromise, and we charge a fee for that. So that's another additional stream of income that's possible for the client who's interested in utilizing that option. And then the next one is understanding tax certification options. In this industry, I don't have any certifications at this point as far as being recognized as a tax professional. I just have a gain of experience, knowledge, insight that helps me to do what I do. But I am looking to become an enroll agent. And so out of the three possible most popular common ways of becoming a tax professional, CPA, enroll agent, or tax attorney are one of the three main common ways that you can do that with the IRS. I like to be enroll agent because enroll agent is a unique certification that's administered by the IRS that allows you to represent and do any type of tax returns no matter where they live at. And so that's a federal license. CPAs who smart enough to understand, they normally have CPA/EA because the EA status covers the CPA overall. Certified Public Accountant is a state license, so you only can represent clients in the state that you are licensed in. But if you got the enroll agent status along with that, then now that's the umbrella that gives you the availability to represent clients from Texas, New York, Chicago, Memphis, or anywhere in the U.S., you know what I'm saying, that you haven't even done a tax return for, but they need representation. So that's the power of having a enrolled agent status along with a CPA status if you decide to go that route by becoming a CPA. And so when it comes to getting started and having your own tax service built out for you, this is the basic workflow that I take my clients through. This is an ebook I'm selling for $47. I have a few bonuses that come with this ebook, and I'm going to talk about one bonus only at this time, and that bonus is giving you 25 done-for-you tax preparation returns for you to have for your client. And this is how it works. You purchase the guide for $47. This offer doesn't expire till May 31st of 2021, which means you have enough time to utilize the bonuses because the upcoming tax season starts sometime in January. And that's for the 2020 season. And so if you purchase the guide for $47, you would get that bonus of 25 done for your tax returns. And since I specialize in helping new people who may not have a lot of experience under their belt, then this bonus alone is priceless because you're looking at 25 returns at a basic price of $250. You're looking at a $6,250 value just by that one bonus alone. And so if you bought the guide and got the bonuses, just think, on top of that, say if you had 10 clients that came through, they had information and things about the return you weren't familiar with. And so instead of me going through it with you step by step, trying to get you to understand it, which we would normally do, and that's the proper way to go to give a full understanding for you on learning, we can fast track that and shortcut that. Well, I would do the 10 returns out the gate and give you those returns done already, and you would submit them to your clients and explain what you've done with it. And all they know is that you did the returns. They don't know I did them for you. It ain't their business to know. And so that's one of the bonus that's priceless in itself for buying an ebook, which is a fast track to a successful tax service under your belt for a $47 value. Inside the video, I'm going to have a link to my website where you can go purchase that guide and take advantage of that one bonus alone. That's valued at $6,250. And so this is my workflow. This is how I take my clients through on how to start a tax preparation service. And so if you're looking to start a tax preparation service and you want to learn more, you reach out to me through my contact information, and we can talk for 30 minutes to 45 on a discovery call / strategy session, which is a $79 value, a $79 investment, where you'll leave better than you came, because now you'll leave with a game plan of action that you can take that's going to allow you to get started on your journey to starting your own successful tax service, just in case you don't want to utilize my mentorship and coaching program, just in case you might just want to take the information and see if you can implement it on your own, or just in case you may have somebody else in mind and you still might be in your research phase. No, it doesn't matter where you are. For $79 discovery call strategy session, you'll leave with some information that you can use and take action on that's going to help you to get started with or without me. The choice is yours. And so this is my ebook, $47. That one bonus alone is worth the price of the book. I have 4 other bonuses that I talk about, but I only talk about this first one inside this video. And so this here video is all about how to start a tax preparation business. And this is the workflow I take my clients through. And so if you're interested about getting started, the time is now. We don't want to wait till 2021 because it's too late. You want to get started now. You want to get ready now. You want to position yourself now. You want to have a foundation built now on starting your own tax preparation business. I love to work with you. I'd like to hear from you. And I'll see you in my next video.